allegations of corruption against Senator and head of this very Judiciary Committee, New Jersey Senator Mayor Stack. Stop interrupting me.
He's out of order. He's out of order. We gave multiple warnings. He's out of order. I'm going to ask the state police. State police escort him out of the meeting. He's out of order. He's out of order. He's out of order.
I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigation, because the truth matters. I am Leroy Truth. Welcome, truth seekers. I am at the state capitol in Trenton, New Jersey, to speak at the Senate Judiciary hearing, where they're trying to take away our rights. They're trying to criminalize investigative journalism. They're trying to make it a crime for me and anyone who exposes corrupt politicians to put them in jail. That's what they're doing. And they got some kind of protest going on here, which is good.
Good morning, everyone.
I want you to notice something here. Check this out. This says visitor. I'm not a visitor. Stack is a visitor. Everyone else is visitors. We're the people. This is our building.
Oh, hi. How are you? I am Nina.
Hi, Nina. That's nice, right?
How are you?
What it says is the same Stack can say I can't speak.
Oh yeah, no, it does it.
But no, you better do that.
Where does it say that?
Right here. It says, Speaker will be accorded an opportunity to testify at the chair's discretion. And it's communism.
Yeah.
We are the people. We have a right to redress the government guaranteed in the First Amendment. Here, take a look at this. This is insane.
Disgrace. One shot.
Well, listen to this. I was just told that Stack decides who speaks and who doesn't. And we, the people, have a right to petition our government. And it says on the sheet that I signed in that it's up to the discretion of the chair who speaks or not. Well, the chair is accused of over 3,100 allegations of corruption, pay to play, extortion, bribery, sexual assault, covering up of rapes, retaliating against rape victims. That's Senator Stack. So we, the people, including me, have a right to speak at this hearing. So stay tuned.
And hey, Leroy.
I'd like to quickly attack you were asked to assault and not be arrested in the direction of kind of time. And I want to speak today. I'm going to call you with you and my example so that back you from the front bike. And I didn't say everything. I want to speak with you. You want to write to what? I have a letter told me to try to tell me to call. Well, let the committee is your chair. Well, we wanted to step down today. And therefore, the thing they are going up the right to part of it. Try to bypass it. You need to look up how they have to put together. He's restricting it.
I saw it. I didn't see any.
I mean, it has to be part of the agenda.
Right, well, it is. It's just not speaking on Bill 401, of course, sir.
The chairman, minority.
Well, you're a lawyer, so you investigate. So you're a Republican. All right, so ideally you're a free man. I don't know. So that you would speak up. If he tries to bypass me, I would. Hold on.
So you're going to come in here and insult me, pal? Imagine if you were
I said if you are. I said if you're a Chris Christie guy.
Look at this.
Yeah, because he got
And he runs away.
I said if he's a Chris Christie guy.
So he just got butthurt. I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. Then he walked away from what I was engaging him with.
He's a Republican. They're supposed to be an opposition party, but they're all apparently the butt boys of Mayor Stack.
And don't forget Chris Christie.
And ladies and gentlemen, they already started. And they had something happened to the camera. It wasn't recording. They sent state troops after me. This is an area the press can be where I'm at. And some guy was yelling, "You can't be here unless you're the press." I said, "I am the press." I said, "Where are your credentials?" They don't need press credentials. I've got the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. That's what I've got.
Sir, we're just going to ask that you guys go on the public side.
I'm the
okay?
press. I'm the press. No different.
Do you have a press badge?
I have this. See, and again, I have no issue with I've got the U.S. Constitution. I'm Leroy Truth, Leroy Truth Investigation. And I report on YouTube and report on Facebook. And I've been here 100 years. See what's going on. And another person will look again. Do the press. You need to press ID. That's so good. I
gotta get down in politics.
I'm telling you. I'm the president. This guy here with the hat. I don't know why he was discriminated against because I want to cover this peacefully like any other journalist.
You can do everything that you want to do, just from the right side.
They're no better than me. You know, they're not some better press than me. I mean, I'm more press than you.
But they have press IDs.
You don't need it. You know, there was to report in the public building, and there are no signs here that says like only special credential government journalists here. There's no sign that says otherwise.
You're right. There is no sign. But I'm done. So now you're aware.
Right. You asked me, so I respectfully begin. And just the few feet difference we're talking about here, this gives me a much better vantage point. That's why this is a fresh area. So I would ask you to support that. You see, I'm peaceful. You know how. And we have some state troopers who are respecting my First Amendment right as press to be here in this area. So they're doing the right thing. I appreciate their professionalism with this. And
This can't stay here. You gotta go back there, my friend.
All right, sir, we're going to have to ask you one last time. Can you please move behind this pillar?
why?
Because I'm telling you to, that's why.
I'm press.
You're not press. You don't have a press pass.
All right. Under protest, I will move here. Your aggressiveness is not appreciated.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I'm professionals. I'll be doing a complaint against you.
That's fine.
What garbage? What's your name and badge number?
You can read.
All right. Your aggressiveness was absolute garbage. I'm the press like anyone else here. This is all because of Stack. Stack was saying, he's not press, he's not press. So I was just discriminating against him. I am press, as you know. And I'm the only one that's going to report the corruption, top down.
Thank you to my parents, family, friends, and mentors who have all provided guidance and support when I needed it most. And lastly, I'd like to thank my colleagues at the Department of Education, members of the State Board of Education.
He's blocking my recording. I'm press. I have a right.
And so I share this.
So I got to keep moving when they block me.
Throughout my career in education, I've worked alongside brilliant, committed, resilient educators and policy professionals.
It's the most unprofessional place I've ever seen. Even the police wouldn't have him look removed.
Their example, these are focused on providing the best educational opportunities for our students. This is a focus area.
Close. I do this for a living, okay? You're here one day a week. I'm here every day. This is what we
But
do.
why are you purposely blocking my camera?
This is what we do. I'm standing here watching the speaker. That's my post.
You were here, and then you came right in front of my camera.
I don't care about your camera, to be honest.
You're disrupting. You're disrupting the press here. All right, let's just record him then. See his back.
To leverage the teachers.
Okay, I look forward to receiving that, and I look forward to working to make that happen sooner rather than later.
Blocks
Thank
cameras for a
you.
living.
And last, you know,
Blocks me the people, the press for a living.
something that's been very important.
Voices of the people. Why do you make us wait for 4 hours to be heard? That's just not right. It shouldn't be done that way. We could do better. And when this kind of structure was created, and it's on
He's ticking,
all the
he's
members
looking, he's
of the
nervous.
committee, not just one senator, it's on all of you to do better in terms of structure and process, to make it more democratic and transparent, to let the voices of the people you represent be heard. That's your responsibility. I feel like we fell short here in that regard.
So we have Leroy Truth representing opposition to the bill.
Hello, everyone. Yep. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the New Jersey Senate Judiciary Committee, I am Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations, reporting on YouTube and Facebook. And I'll just cut to the chase. This is a corrupt bill. There are certain elements that on surface seem good, but fundamentally it is corrupt. It is keeping the line without keeping the line. And so I know there are numerous members who are definitely in integrity here. Vote no, and at least on this you are in integrity. Vote yes, and we the people will know you're corrupt. Now, I come here before you today not only as an investigative journalist who has been investigating over 3,100 allegations of corruption against Senator and head of this very Judiciary Committee, New Jersey Senator Mayor Stack, sitting right here. I am here today as an American to speak about Bill 4142 as a defender of democracy, the First Amendment, the right of the people of...
Sir, please come on, sir.
Why did you interrupt me? Is this part of the United States of America or not? Am I free to speak? Why are you interrupting me, number one? You didn't interrupt anyone else here, and I'm speaking on bill number 4142.
Senator Sarlo, let me just try to help you.
I don't need your help. I want to speak.
I've been chairing committees here for 20 years in the legislature.
Do what they do.
The last thing we want to have a discussion and dialogue on the bill. We don't want to be attacking members on either side of the aisle personally. That's not how we do things here. I'm interrupting you. I've interrupted people as the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee for 14 years. So all I'm asking is to be as professional as possible. We don't attack anybody personally. That's not how we conduct business here. You haven't heard anybody who's testified today attack anybody personally. Okay? That's not the politics we want here. And so my credits to my members on that side of the aisle, when they have people come up who are opposed to things that we're proposing, it never, ever delves into that. If you want to do that someplace outside of this building, you can do that, sir. I'm just going to ask you politely, as somebody from the Senate leadership, somebody who's been chairing committees for 20 years, if you want to talk about the bill, otherwise you're going to be ruled out of order, unfortunately, sir. So if we want to hear from you about your concerns on the bill, but on the bill only. Thank you.
So you are trying to censor me, obviously. And I have a right under the First Amendment to speak about what I want without censorship or interruption, so I will continue. Now, I am here. Stop talking. Do this. Do this, Stack. Stop interrupting me. You are disrespecting me and we the people. Stop talking. I'm in the middle of sharing what I wanted to share. I've been waiting 5 hours to share here today. You're the one interrupting me. You're the one breaking the quorum.
You're being guilty, Brian.
I came here today as an American to speak about Bill 4142 as a defender of democracy, the First Amendment, the right of the people of New Jersey to be able to vote as they want and not be swayed by corrupt, convoluted ballot design that favors those in the political machine. I am also here as a defender of the fundamental rights of every single American in this state, to assure that the people make decisions during our elections in our state, including that the ballot is designed in a way that creates a totally even playing field, regardless of candidate or party, and also attempts to destroy as to who becomes members of New Jersey committees, not the political bosses. Now, the bill which is before you today is an outright assault on the people of New Jersey and a blatant power grab by corrupt political bosses like New Jersey Senator King of Corruption, Senator Mayor Brian Sapp. Now, let's address this sham election bill 4142, which strips away the right of the people to elect their own state committee members. Now, why did you turn my microphone off? I'm talking about the bill. Why does Senator Stack, head of the Judiciary, keep interrupting me?
You're out of order.
Does the First Amendment still apply? Is this part of the United States of America, the Senate chambers? Yes or no?
Sir, I'm going to ask you, please. I think what we should do is you should step away for the moment. Be composed.
No, I am doing fine. It was this guy here, Senator Sack, who interrupted me. I am in the process of speaking.
Accusing somebody of being something is not part of the bill.
Watch my Facebook and YouTube videos. It is all part of it because the political bosses are favored in this bill.
Sir, I'm just trying to have some decorum. That's what we're
He's the one who interrupts me, and then you interrupted me too. So all I want to do is continue speaking.
We just want decorum.
The First Amendment is still here.
Decorum, right? And I think both sides, we just want some decorum here. We don't want this to translate into anything else. We're trying to have some decorum.
Senator Stack is trying to censure me. I'm not going to have it.
He's not trying to censor you. He's trying to chair me.
I would like to continue.
On the bill. On the bill.
Let's address this sham election bill 4142, which strips away the right of the people to elect their own state committee members in the party. Instead, it hands that power over to political bosses. Now, Senator Stack, who supports this bill, has built his entire empire on pay-to-play schemes, extortion, and so forth, because he wants to take away the right of we the people. Stop interrupting me. Does the First Amendment apply here or not, Senator Stack?
You're done. You're done. Stand up. Stand up. You're done.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on?
You give me stuff. Now, why am I being taken out of this chamber?
Let's get it for you. Let's go.
Wait, no, you can't hit his head.
Next up.
After I was ripped out of the New Jersey Senate chambers, where I was speaking during my public comment time, they left my camera, which was initially running, in the Senate chambers. However, Sergeant Christopher Aniceto of the New Jersey State Police, when he took my camera out of the chambers, he illegally, unlawfully, criminally turned my camera off, which he is not allowed to do by law. How do I know that, however? Fortunately, someone had another camera recording and caught him in the act of turning my camera off. Now, when I was in the Senate Judiciary chambers, at one point, Sergeant Christopher Aniceto told me I had to leave a public area, and it was major threatening how he talked with me. However, he would not give me his name. Violation of policy. And the only reason we got his name is we finally got a police report identifying the violator of my constitutional rights, Sergeant Christopher Aniceto. Now, if things couldn't get any crazier, after I was ripped out of the Senate Judiciary hearing, and while I was on the way to the emergency room for the injuries I sustained by the police when they violently took me out of the Senate hearing, Senator and head of the Judiciary Committee, Brian Stack, starts apologizing to the public who were there, also speaking against that bill that I was speaking out against. and he apologizes for what happened. And then he starts playing victim. Says, oh, we have 15 people that come to my meetings. They're all paid actors. He lied as he's the head of that committee inside the Senate Judiciary Chambers. And he lied on record, because you're going to hear the audio recording of that, including from Senator Sarlo. And by the way, there are only 2 politicians in the entire state of New Jersey that I understand still hold dual offices at the same time. And that's Senator Brian Stack and Senator Sarlo. And they both were complicit in violating my First Amendment rights. And if you feel so inspired to petition the government, if you think what they did to me was wrong, what our government did to me, a man speaking peacefully during public comment time, petitioning our government, then I invite you to peacefully contact New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, New Jersey State Police, New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin, and demand that they apologize to me and to the American people immediately, because what they did to me, they did to you. And that every single person who was part of that and of those actions to rip me out of the chambers while I was speaking needs to be completely held accountable to the full extent of the law.
Because he wants to take away, he wants to text the state police. He's out of order. He's out of order. We've gave him multiple warnings. He's out of order. I'm going to ask the state police. State police escort him out of the meeting. He's out of order. He's out of order.
Stand up, you're done.
He's out of order. He's out of order. Everyone, I apologize to the members of the public that are here. I apologize. Obviously, the individuals that are in this room are obviously paid for by some of the Hudson County political bosses, and I apologize that you have to hear this and go through this. Unfortunately, as the mayor of Union City, I deal with about 15 of them at every meeting that's sent to my meeting by Senator Nick Sacco, former Senator Nick Sacco. So I apologize, everyone, for this outburst that they have. It's something we deal with on a constant basis, and no one in this room deserves to have that type of activity. If you could call the next one.
Chairman, just a quick Brian Stack, just a quick comment.
Sure.
I just, the amount, I mean, we've been here a long time, and I just am speechless that, first of all, that gentleman, Leroy Truth, I can't call him a gentleman, put a video up, wanted to be taken out, called members of this committee, the chairman, corrupt over and over again, knew exactly what he was doing. That had nothing to do with First Amendment rights. I have never seen a witness in 8 years. And unfortunately, he's going to get the video he wants to get, because that was his goal of doing that. But he makes a mockery. He doesn't care about the bill that all these other people so passionately are testifying against. It has nothing to do with him. He's using it as an opportunity, and it's just, I'm sorry that you have to go through this. And that was really, really discouraging, disheartening to see that. And we see that in Washington, and this is just, I'm just speechless, and I'm sorry you're going through that.
Mr. Chairman. I apologize to the committee and to the public that are here today, and the threats to my family, what's been taking place over the last year and a half is just unbearable. On top of the 15 years before that, the harassment that's taken place. But unfortunately, this is the way things operate in Hudson County. I thought we've come a long way, but unfortunately we haven't. It's an embarrassment for them to come here and act like this. And you are 1,000% correct. They could care less about the legislation that's here. And believe me when I tell you, when the truth will come out, they're paid to do what they're doing.
Chairman, he could have talked to you just about the bill. He knew what he was doing. He kept calling you corrupt. He kept calling you everything possible.
Okay. Senator Sarlo?
I just want to put this on. I think we gave the individual, I gave him a lot of latitude and a lot of opportunities focused on the bill. I've asked him politely as a longtime chairman here. And I just think, unfortunately, that he got the ending they needed. It's now time to move on.
I'm Leroy Truth. Please subscribe now.